Hey everybody, welcome back again to another video. We are going to be discussing how to do off-page SEO to help with your content. But what exactly is off-page SEO? This is simply actions that are taken outside of your own website to impact your rankings within the search engine results pages. Now, don't be intimidated or scared at all. I'm not going to try and turn you into an expert overnight. But I do want you to have a basic understanding of how Google and other search engines determine how your page ranks. In the previous video, we discussed ways to optimize your blog post and what you can do. But SEO doesn't stop there. In my belief, it is a sum of different techniques and strategies done really well and consistently. Yes, being consistent is key in SEO, and I cannot stress that enough. There are several ways to do this, and we won't be able to cover every single strategy in this video, but we're going to cover some of the most important ones right now. So let me quickly skim over a few common practices of off-page SEO. Social media posting, guest blogging, influencer outreach, link building, press releases, brand mentions. Optimizing for off-site ranking factors means you need to improve how a search engine and how actual people or customers perceive your website. Trust and authority is what I'm referring to. Think of it as entering a contest where there are criteria for judging. If you score high on the things that judges are looking for, you win. The same principle applies to off-page SEO. Here you are judged based on the popularity, the relevance, trustworthiness, and the authority of your website. Essentially, it's almost like a popularity contest. Search engines take into consideration how many people link to you, promote your website, or vouch for the quality of your content product and or services. If you want to have good rankings on the results page, you need to seriously work on establishing the relevance, trustworthiness, and authority of your pages. We've been doing SEO campaigns for years, and we have helped hundreds of clients improve their SERP rankings. Now, new techniques are constantly popping up, but some strategies have always been tried and true. Building backlinks is at the heart of off-page SEO. Search engines use backlinks as indications of the linked to content's quality. Now, this means that a website with many high-value backlinks will rank better than a website with fewer backlinks. Now, I'm going to let you in on some of our little secrets. I've always believed in sharing knowledge. You do not extinguish your own light by lighting up someone else's. In fact, the more we share, the stronger our community becomes. For off-page SEO optimization in 2021, link building is the heart of everything. You need authority pages linking back to your pages. Now, there are three main types of links that you can build. Natural links. These are links that are naturally given to you without you doing anything in return. Manual links. These are links created by asking someone to link to you or asking someone to share a piece of content. And self-created links, which are links that are created by oneself, usually in the form of directory sites or forums. Sometimes it may also be considered black hat. Now, one of the techniques that I want to talk about that works really well for local SEO is something called Google stacking. So Google stacking is the ability to use Google's own platforms such as Google Docs, Sheets, Maps, and YouTube and link them between each other. Now, Google indexes its own assets very quickly, and they have high top-notch authority, which is amazing. Google favors their own platforms, and they're not going to penalize you for using them as backlinks. Now, what you want to do is to create a Google Drive file that points back with relevancy. We still want to practice embedding links in a way that doesn't come across as spammy to Google. We need to utilize keywords that are relevant to the business as well. If we're in a roofing niche, for example, a relevant keyword could be roofing tips for homeowners. So let's open up a Google Doc real quick. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the title of this Google Doc be 5 roofing tips for homeowners during the winter months. Okay. So at this point, we have this title. The article that we put on Google Docs, it's going to be a quick article that we can easily create in Jarvis going over these 5 roofing tips. And for this example, I'm not going to go through and create it, but let's just pretend that we did. So after creating an opening paragraph, what we can do is to include a link back to the website on a keyword they would want to use as an anchor text. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, we are creating this roofing tip, and we can say something like, residents near the Orlando, Florida area. Some of the some tips for this winter months for your roof, etc. And what we can do is we can grab Orlando, Florida, or Orlando, Florida area as an example if we want to link that. And we can insert this link to, it could be, Orlando Roofing, orlandoroofing.com. Okay. And we apply that. And now once this gets indexed and we start creating our backlinks with other Google assets, this is now pointing to the domain that we want to have a link to. So this example for Google Sheets, we can also use a table to list out all the 5 different roofing tips that a homeowner would need for the winter season. We can also include the information of the business name, such as the name, the website, the phone number, and other things like that. We can even link to their Google My Business listing as well. In essence, what we're doing is we're utilizing different Google assets to create a cluster of links and relevancy for the key phrases that we want to target. The next off-page SEO strategy that I want to talk about, and one that has been proven extremely powerful for my personal brand, is a site called Hero. Now, Hero is a free website that you can use to pitch your expert opinion on a ton of different topics from journalists who are looking for credible sources for their articles. Now, most of these articles are posted on major publications and large domain authority sites. For example, I've had LegalZoom, Review Robin, and also AdZuma quote me in their articles. To my personal brand, this is huge and gives me a lot of credibility. I was able to have my quotes added on these because of the pitches that I did through Hero. Now, there are a few key important things to know before you sign up and before you pitch on this site. Now, what you'll want to do is to make sure that you look at the appropriate categories that your expert opinion will fit in well. Now, don't just respond to requests where you cannot offer a professional insight. Also, one of the most important things is to make sure that you respond to requests quickly. Time is truly of the essence here. Sometimes journalists are looking for experts for an article that's going to be published in less than 24 hours. Now, also, sometimes when a journalist does want to use your pitch, they are going to shoot you an email and ask you to fill out an additional form. If you do not do this, you are going to lose out on an important opportunity of being published. Again, we go back to relevance, trustworthiness, and authority. If these are the only 3 things that you remember from this video tutorial on off-page SEO, that's already going to be a very good place for you to start. In the next video, we're going to be talking about website build out and speed and how that helps you rank too. I'm super excited and I hope that you are as well. And I will see you in the next video.